All right, we're here, and the Celtics just picked Amari Williams with the 46th pick in the 2025 NBA draft from the UK. Played college ball at Kentucky.
At UK, too.
At UK for 1 year. Played 4 years at Drexel before that. He's a giant big man, listed at 7 foot, 6'10" on Sports Reference. So there could be some questions there, but probably around 6'10", 6'11" without shoes and 7 foot in shoes. But 7'6" wingspan. He's an absolute freak. Kevin O'Connor lists his strengths as interior defense, playmaking, and post play. Compared him to Nemish Queta. However, I did some digging. He didn't get into it. A ton of foul trouble at Kentucky. It was 2.2 fouls this past year, but in his years at Drexel, it was 0.5 to 1.7, 1.4. So he wasn't really a high foul player in college, and 1.2 blocks and then almost 2 blocks a game every year that he got real minutes at Drexel too. So a big body down low. The Celtics get a center they're interested in after trading the 32nd pick for 4 future firsts.
Yeah, the 32nd pick trade was kind of a surprise because even going into the draft, I think we thought they liked Fleming at 32. Going into tonight, I should say. But, the talk was, if they don't get Fleming, then Kalkbrenner and Renault are there, and if they want a center, they'll have their choice. They were in a great spot to get a big man. And then once they trade back the pick, it's whoa, what happened? They get a great package back, 4 seconds total, which is awesome, especially considering they had kind of gutted out their seconds. Now they're back up to 10 until 2032. So they're going to have plenty of opportunities to get second-round talent down the line or dangle them in trades as trade chips, whatever they want to do. Once the trade came in, I was like, oh, wow. Brad has to be feeling really good about the prospects of keeping Horford or Cornette or both. Because if they don't pick a big man, they are not going to have a whole lot of depth at the center spot. Nimi is on all of the starting lineup graphics you're seeing on Twitter right now. Drafting... Oh my gosh, what's his name? Amari Williams, right? Yes? Okay. Pretty good safety net pick. That's the consensus. I was looking to the No Ceilings draft guide as soon as we got the news. I was on the playback on Celtics blog. He seems to be your prototypical, very similar skill set to a Kalkbrenner type where he can catch and finish. He's a decent rim protector. He's a big body. He's somebody that could fit into the Celtics rotation. The drawback per No Ceilings is his discipline can be questionable at times. He might have a little bit of the Nemi in him. Jack mentioned the foul total is not being anything crazy, but there's probably still work to be done before he's a real serviceable NBA rotation big. But his catch and finishing ability has been pretty encouraging to watch through the little mixtape we've gotten here. So hopefully there are opportunities for him this season to either play in Maine or get some minutes off of Boston's bench, depending on what they end up looking like at the center spot. Seems like a solid pick at 46. That's the fun of trading back, because it's whoa, this might be cool.
Yeah, for context, Nemish Queta averaged 2.4 fouls per game his final year in college, which is only 0.2 more than Williams. However, in his previous years, he did average 2.3 and 3.1. So he was a high foul player in college, and he did improve. But I mean, to me, this screams the Celtics liked Kalkbrenner, they liked Renault, but they didn't think Williams was that much further down their draft board to make it worth passing up on 4. You don't pass up on 4 second-round picks. You just don't. That is an absolutely insane haul for a guy that could Kalkbrenner or Renault end up being really good players and be solid pickups for the teams that took them. Yes, but 4 second-round picks is 4 second-round picks, and you don't really pass that up when you have other guys that you kind of like on your draft board. I mean, if you can help Amari Williams become a solid pick and roll guy, set solid screens, and just play the Luke Cornette style defense. I feel like if they can turn Luke Cornette into what he is today, they should feel confident in their ability to do that with other big bodied centers.
One of the things we're kind of seeing in this tape too is his touch around the rim. It really isn't fantastic unless he's dunking the ball. He only shot as a guy that doesn't really take shots outside of the paint. What is it? 56.1% from the field. Not the greatest clip for a guy that is a restricted area shooter. I
will say, Kevin O'Connor, one of his biggest excitement pieces with him, good passer. And if you can find a big man who can pass, that's something you can really work with.
Yeah, I think that's very true. You can have somebody that's going to connect your offense together, make good reads out of short rolls, especially being a big body like Williams is. He is somebody that you would hope can keep the defense in rotation by making the right read in that position. But I'm just taking a look at his overall shot chart this season. Yeah, 58.5% in this restricted area isn't the best for this sort of player. But who knows? He might get better looks with Boston. He might be asked to do a little bit less when he has the ball. But I'm starting to understand the Nimi comp a little bit more as we dive deeper into it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't hate it. It is. I would have rather a Tyrese Proctor in that spot. I think he was the number one on my board. I would have liked Markovich. I thought he's another solid, intriguing guy. But they took a big body with a freakish wingspan who they think they can mold into a rim runner. So I don't hate the type of pick it was, but Amari Williams was not on my radar.
Yeah, I think this is like where you can kind of take a risk. And if you want to consider this a risk because he's not very polished, you can. He's 23 years old, so there's a little bit less of a hope that with age he develops this way or that way. But he did primarily play soccer growing up per the No Ceilings. He was a part of some of the youth basketball teams too, so I don't think this is a Behringer situation where he just learned to play basketball in the last couple of seasons.
I mean, he was in college for longer than Behringer's been playing basketball.
Correct. That is a fact. He was playing Division I college basketball for longer. So, yeah, the learning curve isn't really a factor with this. But I don't know. I think he's going to be a fun watch in Summer League at the very least. I think we're going to get to see some cool highlights. I think there's hope for him as a guy that plays spot minutes for the Celtics somewhere down the line because even if he is Nimi, they're probably not going to keep Nimi forever. So they're going to need the next Nimi up to be the third big man off the bench. And if that's what Williams turns into, sure. With the 46th pick,
I mean,
that's fine.
Selfishly, I hope the next Navy up means the past Navy's not on the team anymore. But hey, I'm just a hater. I don't know. It feels like they should just clean house at the center position. If they can bring back Luke and Horford, please do, and then let Tillman and Mish Kata walk, or trade Tillman and let Kata walk.
I will say I didn't really get a whole lot of time to look into why he was so pumped up about this. But the man Nick NBA was pumped on Twitter about this pick, and it wasn't just when the pick happened. Leading up to the pick, he was tooting the Amari Williams horn pretty loud. He was like, "Brad, please, I'm begging you, draft him." So he got his wish. I consider Nick a pretty smart guy. He's always diving into film over on his channel.
I'll have to look.
So maybe he's onto something.
Yeah, but Amari Williams, let us know what y'all think. Hopefully we'll be back later tonight. It's probably going to be a bit more delayed after the last pick because there's a lot of stuff going on, but appreciate it. And I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Like Jack said, hopefully we'll be later tonight back discussing pick number 57. But subscribe to the channel, comment, tell us what you think of Amari Williams, and leave a like. Hit the bell because we are here every single day with new content. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up north after each game. And other videos like these are up on the channel in between. Hit that bell for breaking news updates. I guess kind of like this, but everybody knew the draft was happening. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps are up there. So if you just want those, follow. They'll go right to your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We're reading your emails every single time we do a podcast, so get them in. Tell us what you think of Hugo Gonzalez. Tell us what you think of Amari Williams. Tell us what you think of pick number 57, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook's the name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jack's Money NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus. These guys are ridiculous.